Hi, you guys. It's Pink Diamonds. It has been um, a couple of moons since I have posted and talked to you guys. It's been about maybe 3 to 4 months. Last time I had talked to you guys, I was in the process of moving and still in the process of moving in between places right now, um, but God is good. You just got to stay positive and want the best, and that's just what's gonna happen. So and then I used that time, also that time of 3 4 months span to work a little bit because if you guys have been watching the channel, I'm on vacation and I work in between, so I use that time to work a little bit. So I'm at a break now, which I am grateful for. You don't know what kind of captivity I have been in. But God is good. God is good. I have some background music playing. It's a little loud, so I'm gonna put it down. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but yeah. So these 3 4 months have been very interesting. I have been learning a lot about myself and things of that nature. One of the things that recently transpired that's very fresh on my mind because now I'm getting ready to go into vacation mode. Excuse me. A very important topic that I wanted to talk about with you guys is workplace bullying. It's interesting. I really didn't really have a name for it, and not saying it didn't exist, because it definitely exists. But I'm usually someone who keeps my head down and my mouth shut, um, or what have you, unless I'm in just like a silly place and everybody's like silly and happy go lucky and fun and stuff like that. But when you're in a workplace where it's stressful and people are just downright mean, I just had an experience where it was a lot of workplace bullying, mean girl activity. It's just terrible and it's not right. It's an abusive work environment, and it's emotionally draining, and I know I couldn't tolerate it anymore, or what have you. And yeah, so I'm done staying silent about it, about workplace bullying, because workplace violence is on the rise. There's a lot of litigations from employees towards workplaces now, and it affects your work. It affects when you come home and your well-being. You know what I'm saying? No one's coins or money should have to be affected because of a few people spoiling it for others in the workplace, because it's usually one or two, unless it's like a company where that's the culture. It's just workplace bullying. And where I was at, I had to write some reviews. I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to stay silent. I went and I got on Google and I wrote every review I could find on every review platform that I could find concerning that employer, because it's just not right. I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to stay silent anymore. And of course I'm not there anymore, and it just wasn't right. And it was time, because I was like, oh, I'm going to tough it out, I'm just going to humble myself. And the opportunity presented itself, and I was just like, and sometimes it's unfortunately a negative opportunity, because it's like you reach a point where you're like, you know what, I've had it. This is the last day and the last time this is gonna happen, because I would have been gone a long time ago. But that's why I said I have been growing and learning about myself. I stayed humble for at that position for a couple of months, for about 3 4 months, because it was with a staffing agency. So that's one thing I like about staffing agencies, is that if a particular job or assignment doesn't work out, you just call your recruiter and you just let them know. But this assignment, oh my gosh, I don't know. And then I was the only African American on my on my team. So I don't know if that had something to do with it. Because you just never know. You're like, why am I being treated this way? You just never know what the issue is and why someone is treating you the way that they're treating you. And then you try to figure out, well, is it me? And it's like, one thing with my manager, she treated everybody like that. And I think that's even worse, to be on the receiving end of being mean spirited on that receiving end, and then watching her do it to other people. It's just messed up. It's just messed up, and it's not right. So hashtag cancel workplace bullying, hashtag stop workplace bullying, hashtag cultural sensitivity classes. Yeah, all the hashtags on stopping that mess. So I just wanted to check in with you guys to say hi. I'm doing well. God is good, y'all. God is good. I'm just working on my vibration and my frequency, and allowing things that frustrate me and disturb me dissipate. I don't have time for it, and I don't want it. But what I will do, I will definitely be trolling on this employer's reviews. I don't know what I want to do with it. There was so many thoughts that came to my mind. I was just like, you know what? I actually called a couple of news stations too, and told them, you know what, you guys need to do a segment on workplace bullying, because school bullying, was a big thing, and they had big campaigns against it. But what about adult bullying? Adult bullying in the workplace, they consider harassment and different things, but I don't know. I feel like workplace bullying is a little bit more subtle, because it's more microaggression and passive aggressive than in school. It's like, blatant, like somebody will punch you or do an outburst. But workplace bullying, they use your work and the system of work against you. It's just weird. It can be manipulation, making fun of you, talking about you behind your back, creating dissension. It's horrible to receive on the receiving end, and then traumatizing to have to see it done to your coworkers. It's messed up, and it's not right, and it needs to stop. So this one employer, I'm gonna be trolling them because it needs to stop, and they need to be held accountable. So whatever opportunity that my ancestors and God gives me to correct that wrong, and for them to be held accountable, that's one energy, because that's one thing I'm all about. Like, right is right, and justice and wrong is wrong, especially if it's done to my person. Some things I just let go or whatever, but I've reached a kind of at a place in my life and at a certain age where it's been said, evil prevails when good men do nothing. And evil and good is all relative. So what's good for you might not be good for me, and vice versa. And what's evil for you might not be evil for me, and vice versa, So each person has to determine that on their own and for the greater good. But, to the people that are still there at that employer, I feel bad for them, and I hope they speak out. And there's many people that have come and gone there, and unfortunately people of color. I'm just waiting. If God tell me to just shut that door, let it go, and let them get their karma, fine. But if he tells me to rise up, who knows? This might be a platform, stop workplace bullying, cancel workplace bullying. Who knows? I get riled up about stuff like that. I like fighting underdog stuff. I like challenging things that are not correct. It's obviously not right, and especially when you affecting somebody's coins in their bag for some foolishness, for some straight mess that you need to go get some counseling for. Some people have gone to counseling and did their work. Sorry about that. Gone to counseling and did their homework and did their work, and others unfortunately have not. They make it their life's purpose to ruin other people's day, whether they know it or not. I don't care. It's still not right, whether you know it or not. Get you some medication and some good meds out here. They have revolutionized the medical industry. Everybody can get a pill for something that's wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not promoting the pharmaceutical industry, but at the same time, if you you got some issues and need some help, it's out there. So there's no excuse for anybody now to be terrorizing people in the workplace because you don't know how to leave your problems at home. Okay, we all here come to work. Why? I am not paid to be abused, people, and bullied at work. I'm not paid for that. I'm paid to work. Okay? We're not all perfect, but let's be civil. Let's all be civil. But at the end of the day, I like to keep it positive. And, if somebody has bullied you in the workplace, defend yourself however way you can. If that's resigning, if that's for you staying out of the way, killing them with kindness, whatever it is that promotes self-care and self-health for you, do it. I'm not promoting violence or anything like that, because workplace bullying is a form of violence. So how can we dispel that? And for upper management and leadership that are seeing it going on, and you're part of it, or looking the other way, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. And it's not going to go well for you by looking the other way and sweeping it under the rug. Trust me. Karma is real, people. But you have a great day, and it's Friday here afternoon, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'm praying that I have a great weekend too, and I hope to see you guys soon and talk more with you, and just keep it up with life and how to deal with life, and sharing my experiences and how I might be able to help in some way. Take care. God bless.